So when we looked at the module tutorial within our ES6 Essentials course, we talked briefly about transpiling, which is basically the process of taking your ES6 or later code and making sure it will run in other environments, such as older browsers. And we took a brief look at how to do that in the modules tutorial, but let's revisit that now using a tool called Babel, which is probably one of the most common tools to transpile ES6 code. So we'll set up a quick project that will allow us to write ES6 code and transpile it into an older version. And if you do head over to the Babel website, you can go to the setup section, select the framework or technology that you're working with, and you'll get instructions on how to set it up. For example, in this tutorial, we'll set up the CLI, which will be sufficient if you're working on a simple web project. So over in Visual Studio Code, I'm going to set up a new npm project. And I'm also going to install the Babel core, Babel CLI, and Babel preset packages. With those installed, we create a Babel configuration file to specify to use the preset package that we just installed. And let's just create a file with a bit of ES6 code in it. So actually installing those node packages gives us an executable which will transpile our app.js file. And the Babel program needs to know a file or group of files to transpile, so we'll specify a directory called out. So let's take a look at the code that Babel's generated for us, which if you compare the original and the output side by side, you'll see a lot of the key ES6 features that we've been learning about, such as constant variables, default parameters and template literals, have all been replaced with ES5 equivalents. So this will allow us to write source code in ES6 and create output files that can be distributed and used in environments that don't support ES6. So you can also add the Babel command into your package.json file, which will allow you to run the command with npm run. The only thing you will need to be wary of is working with modules, as you'll need a bundler like Webpack or Parcel in order to make sure all of the module names are resolved. But take a look back at the modules tutorial in this series for a quick overview on getting your code bundled together.